Aetheria floated, high above the shrouded earth, a beacon of human ingenuity, born from the ashes of the resonance. That cataclysm had fractured the world below. Humanity, desperate, had sought solace. They built upwards towards the clear sky. Aetheria was their new sanctuary, a testament to survival, gleaming in the sun. They believed they had escaped the past, but old wounds have a habit of resurfacing. Life in this sky city was a marvel. Gleaming spires pierced the clouds. Advanced technology was its lifeblood. Automated transports hummed along designated sky lanes. Clean energy matrices powered every home, every factory. Everything was designed for order, for efficiency. Yet, beneath the polished surfaces, something stirred. A faint whisper of forgotten power, an ancient pulse resonating with the city's core. The old ways were not entirely gone. The resonance had not only brought destruction, it had awakened something else, something dormant for millennia. Magic. It seeped back into the world, slowly at first, like a half-remembered song. Now, its tendrils intertwined with Aetheria's circuits, its essence mingled with the city's advanced code. Some citizens feared this resurgence. They saw it as a dangerous, chaotic force. Others, however, sensed an opportunity, a chance for something new. This fusion of technology and magic was uneasy. Technology offered control, a predictable framework. Magic, by its very nature, was wild, untamed. Sometimes these forces clashed violently, causing disruptions, strange anomalies. Other times, they found a strange harmony, creating breathtaking new wonders and terrifying new dangers. The people of Aetheria lived on this precipice, constantly navigating the boundary between the known and the arcane. Their existence was a delicate, vibrant dance. Kale was a young mechanic. His hands were skilled with gears and wires. He understood the intricate workings of Aetheria. He labored in the city's lower levels, down amongst the humming generators and hissing pipes. It was a place of forgotten machinery and shadows. He preferred the solitude of his work, the rhythmic pulse of the city's engines, to the often superficial interactions of the upper districts. He felt grounded there amidst the raw power, but Kale harbored a profound secret. A peculiar mark adorned his forearm. It would glow with a soft, ethereal luminescence. Sometimes it was a faint shimmer. Other times it pulsed with an intense light. He did not know its origin nor its purpose. He kept it carefully concealed beneath long sleeves, a hidden truth in a city that valued conformity. He feared what it might mean, what others might do if they discovered it. One cycle, an echo event struck Aetheria, a sudden, powerful ripple of raw magic. The city's sophisticated systems sputtered. Lights flickered erratically, then plunged into darkness. Automated systems went haywire. It was during this disorienting chaos that Kale first saw her, Lyra. She moved through the panicked crowds with an unnerving, serene grace, seemingly untouched by the magical surge that crippled the city. Her eyes seemed to hold ancient secrets. Lyra was unlike anyone Kale had ever met. She did not merely witness the echo event. She seemed to interact with the chaotic energy. Her hands moved, tracing intricate patterns in the air. The wild magic around her appeared to calm, to respond to her silent commands. Kale felt an undeniable pull towards her. Simultaneously, his own hidden mark throbbed with a sudden, fierce intensity. He knew deep in his core, their meeting was no accident. Their destinies were now intertwined. Their first encounter was charged, momentous. But unseen eyes had been watching them. The Harmonium, a clandestine agency, tasked with monitoring and controlling all magical phenomena, and more importantly, those individuals connected to it. They were the self-appointed guardians of Aetheria's fragile order, maintaining the balance with an often ruthless iron fist. They had seen Kale's mark flare. They had witnessed Lyra's strange influence. Kale and Lyra were now designated threats. Forced to flee, Kale and Lyra found unlikely allies. Jax, a daring pilot with a quick wit. He knew Aetheria's hidden skyways and forgotten tunnels, every secret passage and bolt hole. Alara, a quiet, intense scholar. Her passion was forbidden lore, the suppressed histories of magic. Together, this disparate group formed a fragile alliance, united by the common enemy that hunted them. Their desperate chase took them through Aetheria's shining avenues and deep into its shadowy, decaying underbelly. The pursuit by the Harmonium was relentless. Their enforcers, clad in sleek armor, seemed to be everywhere. They utilized advanced tracking technology and potent, magic-dampening weaponry. But Kale and Lyra, along with their new friends, fought back. Kale's intimate knowledge of Aetheria's systems, his knack for improvisation with machinery, Lyra's burgeoning magical abilities, raw yet powerful. They navigated derelict sectors, evaded patrols. They sought refuge in ancient data vaults, searching for answers. Within these forgotten archives, they made a chilling discovery. Fragments of data, suppressed historical records. The Sky Cities, Aetheria included, were not humanity's salvation, not a true escape from the past. The resonance was not a singular event, it was a cycle, a devastating pattern repeating itself through ages. Aetheria itself was built upon the ruins of previous older skybound civilizations. Each had risen, embraced technology and magic, and each had ultimately fallen to the very same imbalance. This revelation struck Kale and Lyra to their core. Kale stared at his glowing mark. Was it a brand of a doomed lineage? A symbol of a terrible, repeating fate? Lyra grappled with her extraordinary powers. Was she meant to be a savior? Or was she an unwitting catalyst for another cataclysm? Their sense of self felt fractured, like reflections viewed in a broken, distorted mirror. Were they merely pawns of destiny, condemned to replay the mistakes of those who came before? Technology and magic. In Aetheria, they often felt like warring forces. One sought to dominate, to control nature. The other was an intrinsic wild part of it. The Harmonium embodied this desire for absolute control, but their methods were extreme, their justice severe. They suppressed truth, stifled potential, all for stability. Kale and Lyra began to envision a different path, not one of opposition but of integration, a true symbiosis. But could they ever convince a city built on fear? The city's delicate core systems began to fail. The imbalance between technology and magic grew critical. The echo events became more frequent, more powerful, more destructive. Aetheria teetered on the very brink of collapse, just as countless sky cities had before it. Kale finally understood. His mark was not a random occurrence. Lyra's innate abilities were not a curse. They were potential keys. Keys to finally breaking the devastating cycle. Or so they desperately hoped. Their choices now held unimaginable weight. Kale stood before a monumental, world-altering decision. He could use his unique understanding, his connection, to stabilize Aetheria's failing core, preserve the city and its inhabitants as they were, maintain humanity's sanctuary in the sky, or he could choose a far more uncertain path. The path Lyra's spirit seemed to champion, to channel their combined abilities, to attempt to heal the scarred earth below, to return life and magic to the desolate world, risking Aetheria itself for the dream of a true, lasting rebirth. The destiny of two worlds rested on his young